So hi guys, happy new year. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you for the subscribers. I think now we are at 130 subscribers. That's a really good way to start our year. And I feel the pressure to start this year with a very, hyped video, but then I realized it's not about the hype, it's about the content. And as I was thinking, I decided, how about we just come up with tips on how to come up with resolutions this year and actually achieve them. That is, like, we come up with viable resolutions for 2020. And yeah, so let's get to it. And I wrote this because, okay, you can say it. It's written Queen. Yeah, we own a branding company. It's called Diamantes. You can check it out in Instagram. Why is the lighting so bad now? So, like I was saying, we have a company, an Diamantes production company. We customize mugs, t-shirts, cap, what do we call them? Caps or caps? Caps. That. So if you want them, I'll leave a link here so that you can order on our Instagram page. But for now, we go down to coming up with ideas on 2020 resolutions. I realized for the past 2 years, that's 2018 and 2019, since the time I moved in with my husband, I have literally never made a resolution for myself personally. This is because every year, when the year is like, New Year's to the next year, we sit down with my husband, we come up with a list of the things we want to do for the year, and then we plan maybe quarterly what we want to achieve together. But I have never had time alone, separately from those goals, to come up with actually what I want for myself. And so this year, we actually went out together on the night of. I know it sounds so wrong. Anyway, so it's not what you think. It's not like we were not in good terms or anything. It just happened to be working on that night, and I happened to be in a different place at the same night. So everybody had the time to just, do their thing. And so I decided, in the same spirit of not being together on that night, I also need to come up with my own individual resolutions for the year 2020. And starting out on this YouTube, I think I should be accountable to you people so that I can be able to actually maybe even achieve them, or help some of you just come up with the resolutions for the year. So on that note, I came up with 20 resolutions, and these 20 resolutions, they seem too much to accomplish in 1 year, but then I broke down into 4 categories, so each 4 has 5 goals. Doesn't mean that every goal in that list has to be accomplished in 2020. You can pick the ones that apply to you and just go with them, or you can just assume one category and just work on one of them. So let's start. So on the personal category, this is where you work on yourself as an individual before you think of everyone else around you, before you think of your career, before you think of anything else. What do you want to have achieved for yourself by the end of the year? And for me, I felt like one of the most important things I need to do this year is to take personal care of myself. And this includes to me taking myself out on dates. So that is so selfish, but we'll talk about that maybe in another video. If you want to hear about it, please let me know how to date yourself within a marriage, because I feel like sometimes we get lost within the whole concept of being married. We forget that before there was a we, there is an I. You forget that before you expect him to treat you right, you have to treat yourself right. And having that personal time allows you to remember who you actually were, how you want to be treated, and to actually have an experience with yourself. Self-reflection, seeing what are you not doing right as an individual before you start pointing fingers at someone else. So self-dating is one of my goals this year. Second, I want to read more, and I have actually started reading for the past few days since New Year. I have read a chapter or two of, I'll put it right here, The Subtle Act of Not Giving a Fuck. Yeah, I just say that. So that's my first book this year, and I want to read as many books as possible. If possible, I want to read a book every month. That makes 12 books per year. You can do it according to yourself. Do the books that you feel will inspire you to be better. There's so many books out here that can actually let us be better. So pick a book, focus on it, learn something from it, then move forward. Last year I had several books actually I read. One being The Fascinating Womanhood, and then there is Life is What You Want It to Be. There's so many books that make you see life in different perspectives. So I want to read more. 2, 3, I want to track my monthly spendings. I feel like every time I have my own money, no matter how little it is, it ends up being, you bought groceries, I bought something for the house. I don't usually have an idea what exactly I did with my money. I always just find myself trying to guess, and it pisses me off because at the end of the day, I don't see something significant that I did with my money within a month. So this year, I want to have a track on my monthly spendings. 4, I also want to have time for my brain. Like, I've been kidding so much about Zen World, and this year I really want to be really into Zen. I want to have time to meditate. So for you as an individual, it could be time for prayers, time for yoga, time for, or it could just be actually time alone with your cup of coffee, just staring outside a window, just 5 minutes of your day seated doing nothing, thinking about nothing. Okay, sorry about that, it's giving me warning about storage. And yeah, and then I want to have one day every week where I will not be spending even a single coin. I don't know which day it is, but I feel like it's also important for you to know that in 7 days a week, if every day you spend 100 shillings on credit, you spend 100 shillings on, 1, 2, 3 other things, have a day within the week that you won't spend anything and save up that money. Maybe do something huge at some point or another. So that is my personal goals. I hope they inspire you to come up with your personal goals of 2020. Then there is the second category where you're going to be looking at school and career. As for me, I am at school now, so I'll focus more on school as well as building my career in the process, because, well, maybe YouTube is a career, I don't know, but I have a few goals I need to look at in that aspect. So 1, I want to take a class, and this is not a class like class at school. It is a class where you're learning things you don't learn at school. So this can be an online course or a foreign language or driving or just something. Learn something that they do not teach you at your place of work, or they do not teach you at, just an online course to let yourself have a certificate beyond what you're doing at school or beyond your workplace. Make a point to commit yourself to actually take up a class. 2, learn a new skill for yourself. If you don't think yourself a good cook, make sure at least by the end of this year, you know how to make different recipes, learn something. And so this year I want to learn how to knead carpets, the fluffy carpets. So that's my goal this year. I want to have that skill. And then I also want to find another outlet for making money. So that's the third goal for the career in school. So I have been doing online stuff for the past year. This year I'm venturing into actual business maybe. So I'm thinking to revive my MNTs. Yeah, we brand things. So I want to revive it as a goal this year and make it a business. And then 4, I want to connect with more people, maybe on LinkedIn and other social networking sites where people can actually professionally connect. So that's another goal for my career and school things. And 5, I want to do something out of my comfort zone. So try and do something out of your comfort zone, because school and career oriented, you could maybe ask for a raise in your job place, or maybe try doing something at your job place that you think is not meant for you. I don't know whether I'm making sense. If you're a secretary in a company, try and learn IT if it scares you. If you're so good at IT but you feel like you're not good at communicating, try doing something like public speaking, something out of your normal things. And that leads us to category number 3 of goals, which is health. So I hate speaking about health because this usually turns around and people start accusing you of doing certain things. I will talk about being fit and all, and then I'll post a recipe on cheesecake and everybody will be here bashing, and but all I'm saying is health doesn't necessarily mean going on a fitness regime. You can actually just have your fitness goals or your health goals that doesn't have anything to do with gym or working out, but at least have one activity that you do every single day or at least 5 times a week that work towards bettering your health. It could be yoga, it could be walking, it could be cycling, it could be gym. If you're into gym, just do something physical for your health. 2, please learn something about non-communicable diseases, lifestyle diseases. I'm a nutritionist by profession, if you didn't know, and I encourage people to familiarize themselves with these diseases, not because I want you to be conscious as much, but I just also don't want people being conned out there in the name of health and nutrition, because trust me, there are people out there who are just quacks and they know nothing about nutrition, but because they know something that you don't know, they take advantage of that, and you could actually find yourself being conned off your money and not actually benefiting from whatever they're saying. So familiarize yourself with all these diseases you're scared of, the diabetes, cancer, hypertension, HIV, any disease that you feel like you should know about. Familiarize yourself with all the symptoms, all the do's, all the don'ts, and everything, and actually feel like it will make you wiser in making the choices of maybe the foods you're eating or the drugs that you're buying or there, because people are out there trying to make money off ignorant people. So don't be ignorant in 2020. It's a new decade. Familiarize yourself with that, with the diseases that are around. Then 3, reduce on your sugar, fat, increase on your veggies and water. I feel like that one is usually easier said than done, but try as much as possible to cut at least into half of what you took in the previous year. Getting into this year, just cut on your sugar, cut on your fat, cut on your caffeine, all these things that are really not good for us. Cut down and increase on what is good. If it's the water, take more vegetables, fruits, whatever it takes to keep you healthy. 4, I purpose to take care of my skin this year. Like, I know I have been taking care of my skin, but I haven't been consistent. So this year, skincare is one of my goals. Also, you could join me in that process. Let's take care of our skins. And then, health-wise, I also want to be more conscious of my mental health state. This is something I feel like most people neglect. Most people do not want to think that at one point or another you could be depressed or you could be putting yourself under so much mental pressure. And I want to be more conscious of where I'm at mentally through the year of 2020. I don't want things pushing me to the corner where I feel like I could lose it. I want to know how to manage my anger, stay calm, not let things get to me. And I feel like this should be a goal for everybody. Don't let yourself get to a point mentally where you feel like you want to give up on life. Don't let yourself get to a place mentally where you feel like you're a failure, a loser, any negative mentality. I really want to be able to shine it. And this takes me back to my personal goal of meditation. I really want to get my mind into a safe place, a place where nothing can get to it. So yeah, that's it health-wise. And I hope you also join me in that one, especially the mental health. Mental health. We only take a month to talk about mental health issues, but I feel like there are so many that some of us neglect a huge part of it, or we don't give as much time to our minds as we do to our bodies. You go to the gym, you want to eat healthy, you want to, do all these good things for your body, but up here, it needs more than just, physical activities. It needs taking time intentionally away from your daily schedule to focus on your mind. So that is one of my health goals this year. And then last category is relationships. This is where we're gonna talk about family, friends, husbands, spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, children. This is where we're talking about relationship with everyone, and especially even social media. So relationships, I want to start with my family. As a goal, 2020, I don't feel like I'm connected to my family as much as I would like. And by family, I don't mean my husband and child. I mean extended family, my parents, my in-laws, my sisters, my siblings, all those people around me who I will call family. I don't give them calls as much as I would want to. I don't visit as much as I would want to. And this year I want to make a deliberate attempt at least calling people, know how they're doing, just let them know I love them and I think about them. And yeah, so that's a challenge. That's not even a goal, that's a challenge. Call them at least once every week. I could go for 2 months without calling any of my family. It's a confession, and I want to start my year as honest as I can be. So 2, I want to make new friends this year, and most especially strengthen the friendships that I have this year. I want to be intentional about my friendships. I want to be intentional about caring about my friends and wanting to actually be there for them, know what they're doing, and yeah. So that's another goal. And 3, I want to cut off toxic people in my life. And I know this is like a goal everybody makes every year, and some of us are able to do it, but some of us get right back into these toxic relationships right after everything else starts going the wrong way, So I feel like I want to cut toxic people out of my life. People who make me feel less than I actually am. People who don't add value to my life. People who actually make me feel small. And people who are a threat to what I have now are the people we're calling toxic people. So if you feel somebody is not adding value to your life, if you feel somebody is not of importance to your current state in life, if you feel someone is threatening your peace of mind, if you feel anybody doesn't deserve to be in your life, it's your life, cut them off. So that's another goal. So that's goal number 3. I also want to do more charitable work this year. I feel like it has been ages. Okay, I went for the run last year, the Beyond Zero run last year, and that's actually about it with the charity thing that I did last year. So this year I want to do at least 3, 4, or just more than one charitable work and reach out to a soul out there. So that's a relationship I need to establish. And last but not least, I want to have a better relationship with God. I want to feel closer to God this year. And the reason I put that one last is because a lot of people maybe here or out there don't agree with being Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, or whatever. But at the end of the day, it is important that you acknowledge there's something beyond you as a human that makes life move on. It is important that you acknowledge that it is not just you. It is not by coincidence that things happen. So once you do that, then you're able to respect that higher power over you and then eventually establish a relationship. You get that you're able to surrender to them life. So in my case, I want to have a better relationship with God because that is who I acknowledge reps our life or drives our life. And having said that, I hope you've learned a thing or two. And for more specifics, be with me through the year. We'll go together on my dates, on my self dates. I'll take you with me, guys, and I hope you enjoy. I'll give you ideas on what to do. Maybe track your monthly spendings, maybe through meditation. I will walk with you guys. So for more, please subscribe to my channel, like, comment. Let's interact on the comment section. I feel like people are scared of saying what they think about my videos. Don't be scared, just put your comment down there. I'll get right back to you. Follow me on my social media platforms, all through Alice Ritho, all through social media. So please hit me up and we'll connect more intimately. And you can watch my previous video here and my other video after you subscribe. So happy new year, and may you be blessed. May this be a prosperous year for you. May the goals and resolutions you make come to be. And I love you guys, and I hope we move together through the year. Bye, guys.